Ahoy, shipmates! Looks to me like summer has returned. Beautiful weather out there. Blue skies. And I'm actually talking about, well, I can actually look at the weather, can't I? What have we got here then? Oh, the wind has picked up this evening. Looks like it's gusting at about 16 knots. Visibility is not bad, 35 nautical miles, and a temperature of just over 20 C. We've had a bit of an English summer weather this week. Been a bit overcast, a bit cloudy.
Red Falcon VGS, yes, please, Norwegian Dawn there from 102.
There you go, and that's Norwegian Dawn, as the ship we had seen yesterday. There is Norwegian Dawn. She's just up there in 102 berth. Not too far away. She's readied in, so she said she was ready to go. She was going to depart at 4, and then it was 6, and now it's 5:30. So make of that what you will. That's the view from Netley Cam. It's a little bit windy. It's blowing the camera around. View from Itching Cam. Well, I've got over in Cowes. That's the HMS Tyne fisheries vessel. I think that's to do with Cowes Week. As you can see, the visibility is pretty good. Forley's still having some problems at the refinery there, so they've got lots of bright flares going on all the time. Traffic, I've noticed, has been pretty busy indoors today. Terminal's been very busy. Right, what I was going to show you is I was having a little nosy round, and I found some on Norwegian's website, some good pictures and things. If you're not familiar with Norwegian Dawn, I can't say I'm particularly familiar with Norwegian Dawn. Not being on Norwegian Dawn, Norwegian Dawn is a little bit older than some of the Norwegian ships we see in port. 2002 makes her 23 years old, and she is off for an 11-day cruise. British Isles and Ireland with Amsterdam thrown in for good measure. It's an interesting cruise, really. I'm not saying I understand ship itineraries, but this one I don't really understand. It calls in at Edinburgh in Scotland, Invergordon in Scotland, and then the Isle of Skye. Sort of heads anti-clockwise around the UK, then Dublin in Southern Ireland, then Belfast in Northern Ireland. Then it goes all the way over to Holland. Ugemuiden in Holland, then Zeebrugge in Belgium, then Le Havre in France. So you're getting a little tour around the UK, an anti-clockwise lap of Great Britain, and then a couple of stops in Northern Europe, which seems a bit odd, but anyway, that's the way it goes. Anyway, my point being that I'm not very familiar with the Norwegian Dawn, so let's see if I can get this to work. So it's there we go. So I found this, which is quite interesting. So this is Norwegian Dawn's Venetian main dining room. We can have a little nose around there, see what that's like. It's quite elegant. I was wondering, because the ship is 23 years old, I was wondering what it was going to be like on board. That appears to be fairly ship-like. Then we can have a look at some of the other things on board. The aqua dining room. That's appropriately sort of aqua-coloured. Did notice that there was a interesting sort of chandelier there on the ceiling. Oh, this is quite good. So I've noticed some of the websites for the cruise ships are excellent. They've got lots and lots of information, pictures and virtual tours on board, and then others are atrocious. Next to nothing. What else we got? We've got the Bistro restaurant. Looks reasonably contemporary, doesn't it, really? I wouldn't know the... looks up. That's an interesting painting there. Sort of Van Gogh inspired, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's some really interesting on there. What else have we got? Cagney Steakhouse. Yeah, I was on Norwegian Aqua. There was a Cagney Steakhouse similar to this. I think it was just a little bit more contemporary, but a bit more interesting, but a steakhouse nonetheless. Let's try one of the Gatsby's bar, shall we? Havana Nights in the back there. Appears to be plenty of seating on board. Oh, that's the champagne bar. Excellent. Very important to have champagne bar on board. Oh, the Havana Night. Oh, it's a cigar bar. On Norwegian Aqua, I noticed there was a cigar bar, and it had the same 6 people in it for the entire cruise, and there was a sports TV in there. They were just sat there enjoying the sports TV.
Yes, received. There is no reported large movement outbound from Portsmouth. Thank you very much.
The fitness centre. This is probably the only time I would ever see the fitness centre via some virtual tour. That looks adequate. What else should we have a look at? That's probably covers. Anyway, no, I just thought that was pretty good. Oh, the theatre. Let's look at the theatre. Oh, that's pretty good, isn't it? Very expansive. I think you don't. Even though this is an older ship, not one of the bigger ones, that's still an impressive-looking theatre, isn't it? This virtual tour thing is not the easiest things to control. It's not very intuitive. Anyways, that's a couple of shots on Norwegian Dawn, and she was last refurbished in 2016, so I'm wondering if she might be off for a refurbishment soon. There's no scheduled refurbishment. Yeah, no, nothing from the Norwegian Dawn, and she hasn't moved yet.
Red Eagle VTS traffic from Southampton. Next planned departure, the Norwegian Dawn at station from Berth.
Oh, well, the shipmates in the chat. We've got a chat. We've got shipmate Donna S. Shipmate Richard H. Oh, Paul from Love Cruises here. Unexpected live. Yes, I wasn't expecting to be back in time, or as it happens, it's turned out well. So I'm back, and it's not often we see Norwegian Dawn, so I thought I'd pop a live stream in for Norwegian Dawn. Well, the shipmate Simon Doyle says 67 days till we go on our Solent Ships. It's 67 days now. Blimey. I really must do some prep work for that. Otherwise, you'll all be disappointed. Okay, right. That's something for me to do. Oh, there's Sue Hawks. Oh, there's Simon Doyle. Ah, no. Oh, there Hans Olaf Mork from Norway. I think up near Bergen, I think somewhere. He's always often in the chat to correct me on my Norwegian pronunciation. Luckily, no Norwegian needed today. Just a bit of Dutch, Scottish, and a bit of French. Oh, I have some example pricing. Okay, excellent. Let's get some sample pricing from Paul. Here we go. Here we sent some over. We can see what goes on. I'm discovering that my computer is struggling with these live streams now. It used to handle them really well. Just of late, I'm not entirely sure what's going on. I'm going to blame it on the software updates because that seems to be the going problem. Yes, it's now started to struggle a bit, and it's going a bit slow at times, which can be a bit frustrating when trying to operate things. Anyway, Paul sent over some cruise. British. Oh, so this is very simple. Oh, this is. I think this is. Yeah, this is the same cruise, but for later this month. So it gives you an idea of cost. British Isles and Ireland cruise. Yeah, same itinerary for 11 nights. Yeah, calling in Scotland. Oh, apart from the Irish stop is different, or unless that is the stop for Belfast, for Cork, Dublin. The Holland, Zeebrugge, France, it's the same itinerary, and that's from 921 per person for an inside or 3784 H for an aft penthouse. Oh, my favourite, an aft penthouse. Yes, I'd very much like an aft penthouse. This one is for September time. Port's given us balcony and inside pricing there, so it's still under £1,000 for 10 nights. 1935 per person for balconies, and that calls in France, the Netherlands, Zeebrugge, Belgium, Hamburger overnight.
Red 6 ETS, yes, you're cleared.
Copenhagen in
Thank you.
Denmark. Wundermund in Germany. Aarhus in Denmark. I've driven through Aarhus a few times. And Oslo in Norway. Oh, and you get... Oh, it's a one-way cruise. I didn't realise that. £250 airfare credit. Oh, that's very reasonable, isn't it? I think he sent over some more as well. But cruises here on Norwegian Star. This one's sort of fjords and Iceland with a spot of Scotland. Interesting to see the scenery change as you take that one. 14 nights, and that's 2,700. 5,377 for a balcony. Or Norwegian Prima. Very similar. Iceland, Belfast, fjords, and Paris. Inside from 1388. Well, the Norwegian Dawn did radio in to say that she was ready. And she didn't give any passenger crew numbers, but she did radio in to say that she thought she'd be going soon. And she was supposed to depart at 4, and then it was 6, and then VTS corrected at 5:30. Looks like it's going to be 6 again, doesn't it? Maybe I'll have a look around, see what else there is on their website. This is the basketball volleyball court on top of the ship. I did have a go on top of Norwegian Aqua. There was a football. It was a football thing where you could kick footballs, and also an interactive LED thing, which was I think probably aimed more at children. It was quite complicated. One of the wine bars. Ah, that's got the same. They've got the same. Well, so they've got the same iPads here. It's quite good. It explains to you all of the different wines they have, and then when you click on the bottle, you can go through it. It reads, and it says where it's come from and who the vineyard is, and so on and so forth. Quite good if you're interested in your wine. I was quite surprised, and also you can select the pricing as well. So you can say just show me wines included in my drinks package, or you can say wines up to a certain price. That was quite good. I tried a few interesting ones. I don't remember what they were now, but did try a variety of them. Oh, hi there, shipmate Leslie R. Hi there, shipmate Fiona Nicol. Hi there, Barbara from Switzerland. We're on Lake Lucerne. Hi there, Kex. Guten Abend. Ah, hi there, Reptime. Guten Abend. And hi there, Alistair Adam. It'll be quite a busy day tomorrow in port. We have 4 departures tomorrow. 2 at 4 o'clock, 1 at 5 and 1 at 6. Weather is looking superb for the next couple of weeks. I haven't heard when the Bramble Bank cricket match is, but I'm thinking it's going to have to be soon. Let's have a quick look at the map, trying to work out what's going on here. Is that ferry? Is the ship moving? No, nothing from... No movement yet from Norwegian Dawn. In case you're wondering, shipmates, I am the captain of the Solent Ships YouTube channel, broadcasting you live and direct from the port of Southampton. Just a mere 16 minutes into the broadcast there for the Captain's Banner. You've heard Captain's Banner bingo. All shipmate Hans, he's up there in Bergen. Oh, this is Norwegian Star is his favourite ship. Oh, interesting. Wonder what particularly you like about Norwegian Star. Then. Interestingly, she was christened by Kim Cattrall, which seems like an odd choice. I don't know. I mean, not anything wrong with Kim Cattrall, but seems like an odd choice. She's got a capacity for maximum double occupancy of 2,340 or maximum occupancy of 2,808. I'm guessing we'll probably see somewhere in a region of 2,500 on board. That would be my guess. Just over 1,000 crew, typically. She's based in Southampton until September, and then she heads off around to sort of Stockholm and Le Havre for a bit, around Europe for a bit. Then eventually, at the end of November, that takes a one-way cruise from Barcelona to Tampa, and then she's based in Tampa, Florida, in the States for the entirety of the winter. Then next year, it looks like she's based in Spain and Portugal. Over to Tampa, so we won't have too many more visits. In fact, it looks like we're only going to see her 3 more times in port, 4 times today, if we can actually see her, if she does actually turn up. Come on, ship, get a move on. Well, this shipmate Fiona Nicol, so she has, says, Iona will always hold a place in my heart. She's was the one that she got hooked cruising on. Aha. A bit like old... bit old like Emma Cruise. She's particularly fond of Norwegian Line. I think that was her first cruise, she was telling me. Good visibility today, though. Still got lots of London buses down there. I could hear something, but I think that was an announcement on the Red Funnel Ferry. When is the Brambles Bank cricket match, eh? Yeah, no timing yet. Oh, actually, yes. I'm thinking it might be on Thursday, September the 11th for the Brambles Bank cricket match.
Yes, Norwegian Dawn. We're on the move now from 102, bud.
Ah, you are on the move. Well done.
Norwegian Dawn, BTS received, sir.
How about some numbers? I reckon 2,500 passengers. Yeah, it looks like Thursday, the 11th of September. Okay, excellent. I'll have to arrange Captain Marty to take me out there on his boat, so I can live stream that one. Oh yeah, she's just moving now. See the stern coming out.
Right, I'll speak it after, sir.
I
Steve,
reckon she'll be heading... Well, I don't know. She could either go to the upper swing ground up here, or she might reverse down to the lower swing ground. I haven't heard on the radio. Sometimes the pilots tell you. In fact, even sometimes the pilots even tell you which way they're going to spin. Takes all the surprise out of it. Yeah, it's looking quite calm out there in the Solent today. I was talking to the people who went sailing yesterday, so it was pretty windy out there. Just what you wanted. Like I said, the Norwegian Dawn is off on a 11-day.
Yes, Roy Storm. That's all finished with the trade navigator now, heading back to America Wharf.
My storm VGS receiving. There's no reporting traffic at plant conditions.
Okay, thank you.
Norwegian Dawn's off on an 11-day round trip. British Isles and the Amsterdam, they're calling it. Calling in at Leith in Edinburgh, Scotland. Invergordon in Scotland. Isle of Skye in Scotland. Dublin in the Republic of Ireland. Belfast in Northern Ireland. Ingemidden, I don't know, I'm going to have to find out how you pronounce this one. Ingemidden in the Netherlands, and then Bruges in Belgium, Zeebrugge of Bruges, and then Le Havre, they're calling that Paris, in France, and then back to the port of UK. It always amuses me when they call that Le Havre Paris, but it also amuses me when they call Southampton London. Shipmate Charles Walter Paul says the Sky Princess has limited availability for the group cruise. Still some availability, but not a lot of choice for cabins. Funnily enough, I've got an email from not Sky Princess, from Princess Cruises, wanting to know if I wanted to upgrade my cabin. So they give you a little slider, and you can put in some bids to upgrade your cabin. So I put in the lowest bid because I'm a bit of a cheapskate. But you never know. Last time I upgraded my cabin was on MSC Euribia, and I did the same thing. I think I put it up just one or two little ticks, so not very much. Something like £50-60, I think it was, per person to upgrade the cabin. It might be a bit more than that. And the cabin got upgraded, and more entertainingly, they never charged me for it, which I thought was a bonus. Well, is it, mate? Sean Beach says, hi, Captain. How far is it from the ice cream van to the Premier Inn Quay on foot, please? Ice cream van to Premier Inn. Probably, if it's the Premier Inn, I'm assuming that's the Premier Inn down by the terminal. Not very far. I think we're probably talking 5 or 6 minutes, a couple of pedestrian crossings, half a mile, that sort of thing. Yeah, it's mainly it's going to take time for all the crossings. You've got to walk out of Mayflower Park, past the Voco Hotel, along past the and you've got to go across 2 or 3 roads to go past the Carnival building. Yeah, so it will take... shipmate Trav says 10 to 15 minutes max. Yeah, I'd say 10 to 15 minutes max, yeah. Something like that. Yeah, it's very close. Aha, here we go. I spy with my little eye a cruise ship. It's my new camera. It has an annoying habit that if you don't use it for a while, it logs you out just as you press the button. There we go. I think someone asked a question the other day. Norwegian Dawn has a couple of technically correct colour dinosaurs on the stern of the vessel. Nautical colours for vessels are red on the left port side, green on the starboard side, and it amused me that the dinosaurs are the correct colours. Shipmate Don Rest says the ice cream prices seem very reasonable. Yes, a lot of people have said that. He's got an interesting story as Mr. Whippy. I think he used to be a boxer back in the day, apparently. Yes, and Paul from Love Cruises has been telling me that quite a lot of the cruises that have been taking place departing Southampton have been busy. I think it's probably because it's school holidays. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong there, Paul.
Southampton BTS Trade Navigator. That's all fast. Starboard side 2 at 25 bar.
Trade Navigator, VTS, that's all. Copy, thank you. Very good evening to you.
And you.
Well, to Georgina Stevenson. Yeah, I think because of the school holidays, a lot of these cruises during the summer months are sold out. Well, that's why you've got to book them up some time in advance. I don't know that we've got any shipmates on board today. I've not heard anything. Sometimes shipmates often send me an email saying, I'm going to be on this ship. Are you broadcasting? Friends and family want to watch me depart. But I haven't heard anything about Norwegian Dawn. I wonder if she'll give us a honk as well. So far we've been doing quite well with honks recently, and Disney Fantasy has been providing us with lots of honkage. Much better than Disney Dream that we had last year. She was very stingy with the horn. Well, the shipmate Chris Howard says he used to supply ice cream vans. Well, that's a job I'm not sure I would like. Well, you'd have to keep an eye on the stock, wouldn't you? You'd have to keep sampling the product, make sure it hadn't gone off. That'd be my excuse anyway. Channel sponsor Paul from Love Cruises. Obviously, someone's asked about solo travellers. Yes, solo travellers, I've been told by many people, they often have capacity and space. In fact, some of the newer ships have quite a lot of space, dedicated cabins for solo travellers. But yes, they sell out very quickly indeed. I think you end up having to book spaces on the ships as soon as they allow bookings, so something like 2 years or more in advance. The Norwegian Aqua had an excellent solo traveller suite. So the cabin for your solo traveller was very small. But in the area outside was a sort of lounge area, executive lounge area, just for the use of the solo travellers. So you didn't need to have a large cabin, you just needed a bed and your own bathroom. And then after that, you'd hang out in your solo travellers lounge, which came with all your things you'd expect, you know, sort of a couple of pastries, coffee machine, all those sorts of things. Apparently everyone said it was very good indeed. Back to the sunny conditions, which unfortunately don't help the camera because we're staring straight into the sun. Or there's shipmate Shepherd Book says, "Will you pay twice?" Yeah, as I'm doing on my next cruise in November. Sadly, not out to Southampton. Oh, where are you off from then?
BTS Red Jet 6, shortly departing Town Quay for West Coast.
You be off from
Red Jet 6, BTS, afternoon again to you both. That's all copy, thank you. The Norwegian Dawn, she's just swinging in the middle, swinging round there, outward bound. Nothing immediate for you, inward bound.
Well, very good afternoon to you, Chris. All copy the traffic and kind regards for Alfie.
I shall see him later, hopefully.
There's some announcements there on the red funnel. I wonder if there is an issue. No, maybe not. Don't know. I couldn't hear the announcement. It was very echoey. Don't normally hear the announcements on the outside microphone. Does look very busy, I've noticed, over in the car park over on the red funnel. There we go. Looking very busy indeed. Shipmate your books. He's cruising from Galveston. I did wonder if you were going to go from Galveston. Never been by boat from Galveston. That's quite a few places I've never been by boat from. I haven't been to that area of the States in many a year.
Jet 7 BTS, evening to you. That's all copy, thank you. The Norwegian Dawn just swinging, middle swinging ground, then proceeding outward bound.
See there, she's swinging in the middle swinging ground. Haven't had any numbers yet. I'm guessing somewhere around 2,500 passengers on board would be my guess. Somewhere between maximum and double occupancy. Well, the shipmate Stanley Blackburn says, I'm on a westbound transatlantic on the Independence on the 16th of October. Those repositioning cruises are fantastic and really super value for money. And some interesting itineraries as well, obviously, because you're repositioning. You get to see some ports that you wouldn't get to normally on a sort of 10, 14-day cruise. You wouldn't normally get that far. Whereas, obviously, because it's repositioning, it's a one-way cruise. Into shots now. I seem to remember that I think that the graphics on Norwegian Dawn look a bit dated. Have a slight whiff of the 80s, 90s about it. Some of the newer Norwegian ships have far more contemporary graphics. In fact, the Norwegian Aqua, the graphics on her ship were from an American street graffiti artist. Very contemporary. But it's a sort of a happy-looking ship, isn't it? Lovely pair of lips there. There she goes, spinning away. Well, the shipmate Canton 68, really enjoying the interior views. Yeah, I was looking. I looked the other day for the Seven Seas Voyager. And the website on there had some interesting shots. I've never been on a Seven Seas ship, so I thought I'd have a look around, and I thought they were quite good. And then I thought, well, I'll have a look today, because we've only got one ship departing. But I was very impressed. Like I say, some of the websites are appalling. They have hardly anything for people to look at on board. But yeah, that was a very impressive. And she looks very good on through those photographs, I would say. Doesn't look dated at all. Maybe I'll try and make a compendium of those somehow. If you're interested in seeing some inside pictures, actually, I can run a poll. I always think I can run a poll. I'll run a little poll. Let's start a poll. Would you like to see more pictures of the interior? The ships. There we go. I'll start a little poll. Yay. Now, at this point, she might give us a honk.
Alison McGregor, BTS, evening to you.
To BTS, yes, so we just departed for the round trip to River Hamble with 16 people on board, 16, have we?
Alison McGregor, BTS, that's all. Copy, thank you.
The Alison McGregor is a charitable boat that takes people with limited mobility around. So it's an interesting vessel. It looks like a World War II landing craft, but obviously more modern. It's got a big ramp on it, so people in wheelchairs and various different things can get on board, and they take you around, give you a little cruise. I did look at volunteering for them, but I don't think I had the correct qualifications to volunteer for them. Oh, look at that. It's so bright, isn't it? I'm going to complain about the sun. Shipmate Stanley Blackman. So they did transatlantic in October. One he did in 2019 was primarily the Caribbean. well, this time it's focused around Spain, Portugal, and the Azores and the Bahamas. Yes, exactly. That's exactly that. Yes, some of the transatlantics, you do the sort of the usual, plus the Azores and the Bahamas, and then some of them tend to go straight across, and then we'll do a few more Caribbean destinations. Just running a little poll at the moment to see if you'd like to see more interior pictures. Oh, that's quite a lot of you are saying yes, 94%. Okay, right. I did think that was a good idea. Okay, I'm going to have to put a bit of effort into that, aren't I? Captain's going to have to do some homework and be prepared for class. Okay, let's see what we can do. It's quite helpful when the ships are delayed and we've got a gap. So you can see the pontoons there. They're all out there for the Southampton International Boat Show, which starts in just over a month. It's about a month and a half's time. Looking forward to going to that again. I go every year. In fact, our shipmate Dan from Dan Lee Boat Building, he'll be there with his boat. I went out on the traditional boat festival Hendy a couple of weeks ago. In fact, I'm still editing that video up, and went out on Dan's boat. Wonderful little boat. Built it himself out of wood, and it has the
BTS Norwegian Dawn, pier head buoy outwards.
I've had some figures, Norwegian Dawn.
Norwegian Dawn, BTS, evening to you. That's all copy, thank you.
I've got the passenger and crew numbers if you're ready.
Yes.
Norwegian Dawn, BTS, that's all copied, and yeah, affirmative, good to go.
Passengers 2411, crew 1000, 1000. Total on board 3411.
Norwegian Dawn, BTS, that's all copied, and just confirm passengers 2411, crew 1000, which is a total of 3411.
Affirmative. Over.
All received, thank you.
There we go. That's the passenger numbers for Norwegian Dawn. I'm reckoning about 2,500, apparently not quite that many, and 1,000 crew. So that's, look at my list here, that's about 32 shy. So yeah, she's pretty good there. Although what's...
WCL Seoul, BTS, evening again.
Oh, it looks like... I thought... do you know, I said earlier I could hear something, and I thought something's going on with the ferry. And yes, it looks like it is. The ferry is... What does shipmate Hades say? There's an issue with Red Falcon, as it needs to be emptied. Oh, right, so everyone's getting off.
WCL Seoul, BTS, that's all copy, thank you. I've got no reported inbound traffic to the master.
Red Falcon needs to be emptied, and something needs to be done. Oh dear, not the time of day to have a ferry breakdown. Shipmate excellent spanner Hades says off for repairs. So have those cars just got on, or are they actually getting off? They're actually getting off, aren't they? But no cars getting on. Oh dear. Red Funnel seem to be having some run of bad luck lately. Shipmate Raymond Morris says, we'll have a shipmate stand. No, I won't. Much as I'd like to.
BTS.
BTS Froby, good evening, just get underway for 27, dispatch with a happy train.
BTS, that's all copy, thank you. Just put the Norwegian Dawn there, pier head outbound.
Thank you.
Much as I'd like to have a shipmate stand, I'm not sure I could afford it. Probably a little too expensive. Now, this is Norwegian Dawn, heading off on a beautiful sunny evening here in the port of Southampton. The breeze has picked up a bit, so it might be quite breezy on the top of the ship. I'm not seeing any flags. Well, I can see a lot of reflections, though. And she's heading off on an 11-day... In fact, let's put that one up. This one here. Heading off on an 11-day British Isles and Amsterdam cruise. Calling in at Leith, Edinburgh in Scotland, Invergordon in Scotland, the Isle of Skye, which, I mean, I'm fascinated by the Isle of Skye in a cruise ship. It must completely swamp the poor little Isle of Skye when you turn up in a 2,500 passengers on a cruise ship. Then Dublin in the Republic of Ireland, Belfast in Northern Ireland, Ujimudin in the Netherlands. I need to find out exactly how one pronounces that. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. Then Zeebrugge for Bruges in Belgium, popping over to Le Havre, assuming the Frenchies aren't on strike, and then finally back to the port of Southampton. And she's also doing this cruise in... Oh. Well, I thought I heard a honk, but no. Too continuous. It's also carrying this cruise out at the end of August, and there's some sample pricing there for you. And if you fancy that aft penthouse, there's the pricing. I personally, I think the after vessel would be my favourite. In fact, that's actually what I've put the bid in for on our group cruise on Sky Princess. I've put a bid in for one of the aft cabins. So we'll see how that goes. But because I was a bit stingy and only put in a small bid, I don't suspect I'll be getting it. Well, the shipmate checkbook, so how many ferries do they have? Wasn't one down there for a long time, early month. Yes, indeed it was. They've got 3 main ferries, and then they've got the Red Kestrel. The Red Kestrel is that one there over the left, and that's freight only. So she takes all the lorries and things over to the Isle of Wight. And then the 3 main ferries that are passenger and cars, they go from the ferry cam terminal. They also have the Red Jet, which is passenger only and bicycles. And that goes from Town Quay, just to the right of our screen there, in fact. So yes, if you wanted one of those aft penthouses, I think it's got to be one of those there somewhere. Yeah, it'd have some great views as you were up in the Outer Hebrides. Well, there's shipmate Randy Burns from San Diego. He says good morning. Good morning for you, isn't it? Yep, we clearly see these nautically correct coloured dinosaurs there on the stern. Thought perhaps we might have had a few more shipmates up on deck, but I don't see many people. Right, unfortunately no honking from Norwegian Dawn. Slightly disappointing. There she goes past the dock head. Relatively full. Slightly more than single occupancy, double occupancy capacity, but not quite maximum. Probably quite a few children on board, one would imagine. So I've run a little poll here. I said, would you like to see more interior pictures? And 91% of you said yes. And that's 105 people have voted. Excellent. So I'll try and dig out some more inside pictures. Like I say, some of the websites are quite good. They provide lots of information. Some of them, it's only behind like a paywall. Not a paywall, sorry, like a media-only area available for press and so on. But Paul from Love Cruises managed to give me some access to some of those. I'm sure they won't mind. I shall try and endeavour to do that for the next couple of ships. Like I say, some are much easier to find out info on than others. 92,000 gross tons, so she's in the smaller, I would say the medium-small cruise ships. Not a small one by any imagination, but certainly not a large one in this sort of smaller category.
BTS Norwegian Dawn, Western Shelf outwards.
Norwegian Dawn, BTS, that's all we see. Thank you.
You can see the flare over there falling.
VTS, SP. Chris, good evening. Yeah, we're underway from the Empress for the Norwegian Dawn.
SP, VTS, evening to you, Nick. That's all we see. Thank you. Red Jet 7, Northwest Netley, and we're bound, followed by the Red Eagle. And Norwegian Dawn, Western Shelf out.
Cheers, Chris.
I must.
BTS, Red Jet 7, just come past Northwest Netley.
Consent VTS, all copied and cleared to proceed with caution. Thank you.
I must ask Chris about having my little tour around VTS. He did promise me. SP is the Southampton patrol. They go out in front of the larger ships. And patrol the way. See the red jet there blasting past. Seems to be making quite a bit of spray there, doesn't it? Oh yeah, the wind has picked up a touch. Right, shipmates. A little short one today. We have a better, and a busier day tomorrow. 4 departing tomorrow. The Sky Princess and the P&O's Ventura at 4 o'clock. Then 5 o'clock for P&O's Iona. So looking at that, the Ventura will pass by Iona. So there's a good chance we might get some hooting, because they're both being fellow P&O ships. I think the same thing happened the other week, and we did get a little bit of hooting. Not a great deal, but more than usual, which is always a bonus. Then we've got the Iona at 5 o'clock, then the MSC Virtuosa at 6. And then on Sunday, we've just got the one, Disney Fantasy again. She seems to be all by herself at Disney Fantasy, which is not a bad thing. And hopefully she'll give us loads of hoots on the horns. She's been very good at that so far. Much better than Disney Dawn. Disney Dream, I mean. Then looks like nothing on Monday night. Tuesday, just one on Tuesday as well. Independence of the Seas. And Regal Princess. And Borealis on Wednesday. Thursday, Aurora. And Seven Seas Grandeur. Friday, Britannia, Queen Mary 2 and Vista. And then next Saturday, only 2, Emerald Princess and Iona. With 4 on Sunday. Oh, sorry, 3 on Sunday. This is where Netley Cam struggles, looking straight into the eye of the British summer. Shipmate Sean Beatty, can we look at the inside of Ventura? I'll see what I could do about that. Ventura for tomorrow. I'll see what I could do for tomorrow. See if I can get some things working for that. Yeah, the camera doesn't like it when the sun is very strong on the water. It makes it very difficult for it to encode the data.
WOCL Sol, VTS. WOCL Sol, VTS. Yeah, just confirms that you're coming back round to us southerly headed. The Aberset and City of Chichester are currently dredging in that area. Thursday as well, BTS. That's all copied, sir. Thank you.
There we go. Red passing one of the red funnel ferries there. I think that's the, is that the Red Eagle. Yes, that's the Red Eagle. It looks like they've had to unload the one that's in port, the Red Falcon. Apparently the Red Falcon has a technical issue. Or not, because they seem to be loading it. Car park that was once busy and full is now almost completely empty. It's amazing how many cars they fit on. You wouldn't think they'd fit all, would you? Almost entire car parks full of cars there.
BTS Red Falcon, shortly away from Royal
Red Falcon BTS, that's all received. Thank you. Norwegian Dawn just running down to Lanes Lake, outward bound, and she is clear channel. It's got no immediate inbound traffic for you. Red Eagle just approaching northwest Netley.
All copy, thank you.
BTS Red Eagle, passing northwest Nadine Mount. Requesting permission to continue, please.
Red Eagle BTS, all received. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, shipmates. That is the Norwegian Dawn passing the Fawley terminal. Heading on down to Southampton Water. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that. I shall be slipping off now, and I shall see you all tomorrow at 4 o'clock for the 2 ships departing, which I've forgotten what they are. What are they? Oh, the Ventura of course, Ventura at 4 o'clock, and then the Sky Princess at 4 o'clock. Then the Iona at 5, and MSC Virtuosa at 6. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, shipmate. Many thanks to all of you who have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, please think about subscribing. And if you are a PayPal donor, Patreon, or member of the channel, many thanks for your support. And of course, most of all, many thanks to the Blue Spanner crew. Look after the chat, not only this live stream, but all the other live streams as well. So until next time, shipmates,